in line to miss that job. I recently started taking some classes in a particular field. Whenever I go to study, I don't take my phone with me. On that particular day, I had a long night, so I just decided to sleep in a little bit. And then I woke up, I checked my phone, I saw a message from, yes, the lady I worked with on Fearless. She sent me a message, "Hi Chris, how are you doing? There's this gig I want you to be on, and the time is for 1 p.m, blah, blah, blah. Please come when you see this." I picked up my phone at around 10, 11. If I had gone to class without my phone, I would have missed out on that job. Hi, my name is Christopher EJIKE. I'm a model and I'm a project manager. I started modeling in 2018. I've been on several commercial campaigns. My first campaign was with FCMB, the bank. I did with Glow. I did an ad campaign for Uber. It was very popular on Instagram at the time. Then I did Bet King. More recently, I've done Airpiece and I've done with PUMA. So that's a very short summary of my career so far. My biggest challenge has been the country I live in, Nigeria. There's a lack of trust in the system. So for an example I'll give you is, there are two ways which a model could be contacted to do a campaign. One, either a brand contacts you directly. So let's say a popular bank calls you up and says, "Oh, Chris, we would like to work with you." That's one, on one side. And then the other side is going through a production house who auditions, you get picked, and then you now shoot. There's a very big difference in what you earn from these two different pathways. And that for me is a very, very big challenge, because you could run the biggest ads, but your earning power is not up to scratch. And yes, I know it's a challenge worldwide, because I've seen some very big celebrities complain about it. I've heard from Viola Davis. I heard Dave Chappelle complain about signing off his rights and his name and things like that. But I feel that the country I live in, the way the country works, it makes it tough. My friends, people that know me, once they know me, my friends, classmates from school and all that, they say I'm a celebrity. "Oh my God, you're a celebrity. I saw your ad here and there." And I just laugh. I say, "Thank God." But there's a way it works. You know me from a billboard or a TV commercial because you know who I am. You know me, "Oh, this is Chris. He was my classmate," or "I walked into him here or there." The common man on the street that hasn't seen me before does not recognize me. When I did Uber, the Uber ad, Uber clocked close to 1.5 million views on Instagram at the time. Of all the Uber rides I've been in, it's been just one Uber driver that saw me and said, "You're the guy from the Uber ad." All the other drivers, nobody knew me from. You get the picture now. So, but if they don't tell you, you won't know. Yes, absolutely yes. So I had a long drawn, and I think it's quite recent too. I had a long drawn fight with a client concerning shooting a job, finalizing production and editing, putting out the job, and now paying the models that you've contracted to do the job. There was very little communication between the production company and the models, and payment and all of that. And it became a very big drag. It was a very messy fight. You got involved with all kinds of people from within and outside the country. After the whole fight and everything got settled, I was like, I can't do this anymore. It was so hectic and it hits me straight to my heart. And I thought I was strong and resilient, but this one touched me. I wouldn't lie. It was 2022, middle 2022, and I'm still recovering. I won't lie. I'm still recovering. My biggest achievement was shooting with Fearless. Although more recently, people will argue that it's shooting with PUMA Nigeria, but shooting with Fearless, the energy drink, from the way I was treated as a model, the way we handled conversations concerning contract renewals, and the reach that the job had, for me, was my biggest achievement. And I look to continue being in business with them. For the few times I've been asked this question, I would say it was God, because I was in line to miss that job. I recently started taking some classes in a particular field. So whenever I go to study, I don't take my phone with me. I leave my phone and I go to study. Then when I come back, I catch up on whatever it is that I need to. So on that particular day, I had a long night, so I just decided to sleep in a little bit. And then I woke up, I checked my phone, I saw a message from, yes, the lady I worked with on Fearless. She had tried to call me and then I didn't pick up because I was asleep. And then she sent me a message, "Hi Chris, how are you doing? There's this gig I want you to be on. And the time is for 1 p.m, blah, blah, blah. Please call me when you see this." I picked up my phone at around 10, 11. If I had gone to class without my phone, I would have missed out on that job, missed out on the timeline, probably would have contacted someone else, all right? So let me say the hand of God was involved. And so I responded, got in touch with her, and I made a beeline for the location where we had to shoot. So we call that Providence. My biggest motivation, Tyson Beckford was my first inspiration. Yes, I've not met Tyson Beckford, but he was someone that inspired me because I looked like him a little, and then the field of modeling where he made his niche is the tiny little space I want to occupy. He doesn't act so much, but he just does a lot of fashion, a lot of runway, and a lot of print commercials, which is a tiny space that I like to be in. I want to be contacted by international brands from outside this country, and I want to work with them. If they have branches here in the country, then I want to work with them. I want to be on Times Square in New York. Yes, I've made inroads with PUMA. I've made inroads with the great Oluchinwaba, her brand, Lulu Lingerie. I've shot a few gigs with her. That's where I want to go. Brands are centered around fitness, brands are centered around fashion. Oh, I forgot to mention Maya Tafo. I wore his suits and I walked on his runway. I look forward to more of that. Our brands are centered around energy drinks, brands are centered around fitness and sports. And of course, financial institutions and telecom companies. These are brands I aspire to work with because they just seem to know how to do the business when it comes to working with models. Acting is my side hustle. Sometimes I work with the director on a commercial and he feels, oh, okay, I think you can do this. And then I come around to working with them. I don't set out to go and act and read scripts and interpret roles and do all of that, no. I want to be on your print, I want to be on your short transitions, and it's as good as that. Come to Lagos as a teenager, enroll in Unilag, and build your modeling career from there. I came to Lagos after I graduated and I did my NYSC here. I was Mr. NYSC for Lagos camp, and then I started from there. But I feel I started late, so to my younger self, I would say go to Lagos early and build your brand as early as possible, your personal brand as early as possible. Yes, I would say get in touch with a model that would mentor you or hold your hand and help you to avoid pitfalls that the industry is riddled with. You're a Nigerian, you have to be smart, you have to be streetwise. Get in touch with someone who would help you, especially if you're a lady. You absolutely need that. If you're a guy, you need that as well. To save you time, to save you frustrations. Yes, that's my advice for you.